because all I've heard for the past 2-3 years are rumors. They said, blog said, this said. And I'm like, if I meet an able-bodied man that has left and moved on, why is it that it's easier for the world to blame the woman that the man has decided to end up with? So when people kept saying Stella and I, Stella, everybody started praying us together and I was dropping money. So I didn't mind the talk. He knows my dad. In fact, my father used to call him my mother's boyfriend.
Some people speculated that one of the reasons that you ran away was because of your personal life.
I ran away. Amazing.
Yes. Because of what was happening in your personal life. Let me put it to you in this way from my own perspective.
Okay.
For the last 2 days, I've had the chance to see you and your partner, Daniel Ademinokan. He's been with you here, and we've watched you two interact and actually do this. It's a lovely package. You're an award-winning actress. He's an award-winning director. So for us, it's like a win-win. You can't go wrong with both of you. Mm-hmm. But that's on a professional level. Now it's personal thing. Because the same way I celebrate you guys is the same way others will look at you like, what are these two doing together? Yeah. One of the comments that I saw on the picture that we posted online during Giyama is that so these two they're still doing this, they're still here, and you guys are actually out in public.
Yeah.
Let me say I was happy to see that.
Okay.
I haven't seen that before. And I felt like you were hiding. Or maybe, like I said, I'm from the outside looking. So tell me, what's the deal with the both of you? And when I say what's the deal is, what brought this together?
Okay. Let me put it this way.
Yes.
Let me help you hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
One of the comments that I have seen consistently over and over again is Stella snatches somebody's husband.
Yes.
Stella the husband snatcher, which is what has been going on. And I had sworn that I would never talk about this or even listen or stress myself about this thing, but I've decided to do this now so that I end this once and for all.
Okay.
First of all, let me paint a picture for you, and then you tell me what makes sense to you or not.
Okay.
When I looked up the word snatch or steal, let's go to dictionary. It means forcefully taking something away from its original position, forcefully from its original position to another position. Something that does not belong to you, right? That's what I gathered was the meaning of snatch or steal. Yeah. So I looked at me, Stella, and I wondered to myself, how is it possible to go to somebody's home and take a man and take his son away from his home and say, follow me? You are a man, and according to their story, he is happily married inside his home with his family complete, and I walk in to that home to forcefully take a man, able-bodied man, and a kid away from somebody's hand, and you're there looking at me. How does that work? I've asked, did they accuse me of using voodoo? Yes or no? They said no. Okay. Did I put a gun to anybody's head to remove somebody from somewhere? They said no. So logically, if people actually sit down and think about it intelligently, how do you snatch somebody from somebody and the person is there looking at you? So when you see a man who has severed ties with a woman and decides to move on with his life, and you feel that there is something in this man that you like, and he likes you. I'm not a kid, I'm 36 years old. I'm not about to start hiding myself. I was waiting for somebody to actually ask me the question, because all I've heard for the past 2-3 years are rumors. They said, blog said, this said. Nobody has been bold enough to confront me and ask me. So I said, if I steal something from somebody and the person is really the owner of the thing, you come and ask me, you took something from me, give me back. But nobody was able to do that. And I'm like, if I meet an able-bodied man that has left and moved on, that is not even in the same house with whoever, and is not doing anything with whoever, and Both parties have decided that this thing is not going anywhere and they have gone their separate ways. Why is it that it's easier for the world to blame the woman that the man has decided to end up with? Why is it that it is always that woman that scattered the home? The two people that did things that nobody was there. Nobody says, oh, something must have happened between these two people. But it is always somebody else that is the problem. And I always say, I do not tolerate blaming anybody for your own problems. I've had problems. After my late husband died, I got married again, and the marriage didn't work. After 8 months, it crashed. People didn't hear much about it. Why?
I didn't hear.
We were both mature enough to understand that we came together, we knew that the thing wasn't working. Instead of us to become enemies, we want to remain friends. Let's just let it go quietly. And we let it go quietly. I didn't blame anybody else for doing it. He didn't blame anybody else for doing it. So I'm wondering, two people come together, it's not working, they go their separate ways. This one meets somebody, all of a sudden, it is that somebody that is the problem. Did anybody ever ask, what went wrong? Why would a man pick up his son and walk away from a marriage? Was there ever any time that another woman was the problem? Until the man moved on with the other woman. Nobody ever brought up Stella's name. Then all of a sudden, oh, he's moved on with somebody else. It must be her. How? I'm still waiting for somebody to come with proof to say, oh, when they were still in a marriage, when they were still in a house, you came and did this. So the reason why I don't like talking about it is because there are some things that I will say to you and you will look at me and like, oh, wow. But I don't want to be derogatory. I don't want to toe the line that other people have told by talking bad about people. I will never do that. But the story started coming. At first I ignored it. I just kept quiet. And then it was all over the place. Go, blogs and all of that. And I'm like, you know what? One day, I will tell my story. There's a reason why I'm respecting certain people, respecting different legal issues that are going on. So there might be some things that I might not hammer on. Yeah. But whenever you hear, oh, this person snatched this person, you ask the person that they say is the original owner, what was the person doing when they were snatching the person from him or her? I don't get it. Do you understand? Yeah. So I said, I'm not ugly. I'm not dumb. Of all the men in the world, I will not go and look for somebody else's own to say this is the one I want. If he did not come out of it to say, I want to be with you or you want to be with me, how do I come and grab some? Why? Am I that bad looking? Am I that old?
So when you saw that this took a toll on your name.
Yes, it did. It's still
a huge toll. Because prior to this, you were Nollywood's sweetheart. Everybody loved Stella. Stella could do no wrong in anybody's eyes.
No, Stella was controversial.
No, you were not. Absolutely. If you were, I wasn't reading that. And suddenly, it seemed like you were in such a good place. From what I see, you're in a good place. And it's getting a hit. No matter what you did, it was Stella the husband snatcher. Did you ever feel like, okay, Daniel, I think it's time for us to just go our separate ways. I don't want this problem.
Not at all.
From even day one.
Not at all. You know why?
Why?
Because my conscience was clear. My conscience was clear. Whatever issues a man has with his wife or whatever, when they deal with it, they deal with it. I don't come into it. And once you're done with it and you're ready to move on and you want to move on with me and I want a life with you, it's me and you. I don't care what anybody else is thinking or saying. People have said this, it hurt because of the impression people try to create. Yes. But I looked at myself and I asked myself, Stella, in your heart, do you believe you did anything bad? If my answer is no, then my dear, there is no looking back because I'm not a kid. For me to make a decision and say, yes, I want to be with this person. If I marry 10, it concerns you. That's what I used to say. If I have 50 husbands, how does that affect you? Does it change my work? I do my work, you enjoy my work, enjoy it. It's not about what I do in my bedroom that's your issue. Because you don't really know what happens in people's bedrooms. You don't know what happens in marriages. You don't know why people like us are we are very weary of people knowing our business.
Yeah.
You don't know how many marriages are suffering in silence. The issue of domestic violence that I'm fighting about, now, it's part of it. There are marriages that they will tell themselves, especially celebrities, we suffer from that. Yeah. You're in a marriage and because you're worried about the press, the media, you stay in. You just stay in, you act, you play for the camera, you act like everything is okay. Then you get home and everything is hell. Because you know that the moment you take that bold step and walk away, the backlash will be so bad. But then you now ask yourself, what's better? To stay in and become a monster, or to just quietly leave and preserve my sanity? When you leave to preserve your sanity, then the world wants to make you crazy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of choice. People make choices every day. They've made theirs. I've made mine. If you can't deal with it, no problem. It's my life. Live yours, I live mine. And I'm happy.
I can tell.
And I'm not ashamed. Never regret, never a moment of regret, no.
Sometimes does he get protective?
Of me?
Of you when it comes to this? Because you can't shut your ears. So, and you can't close your eyes either. You can see what's going on. So does he sometimes try to protect you from it, or try to make you feel better, or you guys just don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, and you just move on with life?
He tries to protect me every time. Not sometimes. Because sometimes he wonders how I handle it. And then he looks at me and he feels bad sometimes and he says, people don't know you. You're just such a sweet person and people have just turned you into someone else because of me. And I say, no, it's not because of you. It could have been anybody else. It could have been with anybody else. So don't say it's because of me. And because of what we have. And when I say what we have, it's not just, man and woman relationship. The work that we do together is amazing. The lives that we have touched is amazing. Who he has been to my daughters, you will not believe the amazing relationship they have. I would never trade that for the world. Anybody that doesn't like it can jump in the river. I really don't care. It's my life. I have one life to live. He protects me from everything. But I tell him, I'm a big girl. I've seen worse. I've been accused with RMD, this, that. Even when my late husband died, what did they not call me? The merry widow. Oh, she started working again. She's supposed to mourn for 1 year and wear black. And I said, who will train my children? Will you feed my kids? I buy a car. Oh, she's buying a car and she has lost husband. Where did she get money from? It must be a man. My dear, whatever you do in life, as long as you're important, they will talk. Yeah. They talked about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Today, the world is celebrating them. Today, she's a UN ambassador. What happened to all the bad talk? Yeah. Now she's America's wonderful sweetheart, winning all the awards. That's life. Yeah. So talk about me today. Somebody else's story will come tomorrow.
And you
but
talk
at
about
that time, I would have lived my life without regrets. Because whatever I do, my relationship with God comes first. Yeah. And if I'm doing anything, as long as my conscience is clear, and I go on my knees and I say, God, you know the truth even when other human beings don't know. You know the heart of man even when we don't know. Yeah. You know the truth. You will vindicate me. And when that vindication comes, trust me, now on top gold chair, I will sit down.
When you looked at Daniel and you said, this guy is worth the fight. Because it is a fight. It's you guys versus the world. Yeah, but you're not even fighting with them anyways.
I'm not fighting with anybody, but apart from that, you don't meet a guy and say, this is going to be a fight. Because as far as I was concerned, I still don't even know what I did wrong. I met a guy who had broken down marriage. My marriage was over. And we met. First of all, our relationship started with work. We had a lot of work that we did together. Yeah. I was very good with being in front of the camera. He was very good with technical. Yeah. I'm a horrible writer as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how to write I can tell you the idea and do, but he is very good with writing. Yeah. I want to do a television program or I want to do a YouTube program. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, let me write it. You break it down. So it was boom, boom, two people working together, same vision, same everything. And then it started developing. I'm a fine girl. He's a fine man. But you don't meet a guy and say, oh, this is going to be fight, unless you feel that there's something you're doing wrong that will cause problem. So when I met him, I didn't see fight. I met a man. A man that was bold enough to look me in the eye to say, yes, I like you. Yes, I know you have 2 children. Yes, I know you are controversial, but that doesn't bother me because the you that I know a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Why would I turn that down? I should get up to 50 before I start looking for somebody to say, how are you? I don't know if you understand what I mean. So it wasn't, for me, it wasn't an issue of, should I do this? I will face fight too. It's just boy meets girl, girl meets boy.
You've broken down a lot of misconceptions that we've had. So let's really know the truth. What is the real deal between you and Mr. Daniel Ademinokan?
The real deal between Daniel and I is the real deal. I'm not playing, he's not playing.
Right.
So whoever or wherever they are that want to misconstrue what we are doing or what we have, it's their problem. I'm not gonna dignify their hunger for gossip or for more gossip. Oh, did you hear what she said? I'm not gonna dignify that by giving anything a title. But what we have is the real deal. I'm happy you use those words. That's what we have. Call it relationship, friendship, dating, marriage, engagement, whatever you want to call it. What we have is the real deal. So nobody should give me title, and I'm not willing to offer you information about title. Now there's no more confusion of are they together, are they not together. I've cleared it. We are together.
I feel like you guys are gonna be the Angelina and Brad at the end of the day. I'm totally wishing that for you guys.
I'm wishing that for myself, as long as it comes with the money.
Of course, the title, that's good. No, but and the reason why is because, like I said, what I've seen so far, you guys are so genuine.
Yes.
And you're coming from a place of warmth, and you're not hard to, come across or talk to. So I'm totally wishing that for you guys.
Thank you very much.
And for those people that are wishing fire.
They should continue. You see, it's what helps us. That's what I've learned in our industry. If you're in an industry like the entertainment industry and you're not talked about, whether good or bad, then you're doing something wrong. Because I must be worth it for everybody to want to know what I'm doing, who I'm dating, who I'm with, what I'm wearing, what my hair is looking like. You have better things to do with your life, but if you take out time from your lifespan and dedicate it to me, it means at that point I'm more important to you than you. So hey, if it works for you, continue. But I'm working. I'm making money.
Yes, you are.
God is blessing me, and nobody can change that, no matter what.
Oh, I love you.
Thank you.
I've seen your personality for the last 2 days, and you're such a wonderful person. And the students that came out, they got so much out of this. When I heard you speak the first 5 minutes, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be such an interesting class." I wish I had like a pen to do that, because the things that you are saying, you have so much conviction inside of you for what you do and what you believe, and there's no way you can pretend for so long. And this work that I see you doing, I don't even see your colleagues doing that. And I say, if Miss Stella is not in front of a camera, she's working.
Yeah, I'm working around the clock.
And that reward for you is what?
To see people grow.
Yeah.
I always say my definition of wealth is not money. It's people. It's living things inside of people that even when I'm not here, what I'm remembered for is worth more than any amount of money I have in the bank. That I can pick up my phone and call some people that I've done stuff for, that I've helped. And I'm like, okay, my mom is in this place and she needs you to do this. And they'll quickly, do anything for you. That's wealth for me. It's not about my account or my flashy lifestyle, no. That's my benefit. Today, when we finished and I gave them their certificates, even when we were not having the class, the fact that people came back to tell me, I have been blessed by what you've done for me. I want to do this again. How can I reach you? How can I work with you? I have people saying, I want you to mentor me. That, for me, is the greatest reward you can ever give me. Nothing more.
You know what I also found interesting is that you told them, you can call me, you can FaceTime me.
Yes.
You would never see a celebrity in your status actually coming down to that level with a student telling them you can FaceTime me
because
if you
I was
need
once like
help.
them. Yeah, I was once like them, and I had a huge celebrity like RMD who had the time to say, call me and come to my office and I'll tell you what to do. So if someone gave me that opportunity and helped me become who I am, why shouldn't I do the same for other people?
Speaking of R&B,
I knew you would go there.
R&B. Back then, you know, I was one of the people who was just crossing their fingers. Please.
Oh, they should get married.
Yes, get married. It was Ramsey and Genevieve, and then it was you and R&D.
You people paired us by yourself.
Yes.
Screen couples.
What's the relationship between you guys? Because the chemistry is so amazing.
Fantastic chemistry.
And hopefully you guys get together in the future and still give us more of that.
Yeah, we're hoping to do that very soon. The chemistry we had was amazing. It was off the chains. But let me tell you something about the things that people were saying at that time. We were loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
The controversy around both of us gave us so much money, you will not believe it. Because at that time, you know how marketers were at that time. When they see that somebody is in vogue, they want to use you for their movie. So when people kept saying Stella and R&B, Stella, everybody started paying us together and I was dropping money. So I didn't mind the talk. But the truth of the matter is that the relationship I have with him goes back to my family. He even he knew my older sisters before I ever met him. I met him in Lagos. He knew my sisters when they were all in secondary school.
Wow.
He knew my family. He knows my mom. He knows my dad. In fact, my father used to call him my mother's boyfriend. Wow. That's how close we were. And as a little kid, I remember when they were in Uniben, that they would be going for their theater arts thing, because my older sister did theater arts, and I go and watch them. I used to call him Uncle Evans, because people don't know his name is Evans as well.
Yes.
So it's Uncle Evans that I used to call him.
Wow.
Other people know him as Mufe.
Yeah.
To me, it's Uncle Evans.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of, and when my family didn't want to hear acting, I don't even want to hear. My older sister that I was living with she said to me, if you have to do this at all, the only person I will release you to is Richard. And that was what happened. When he was about to do Out of Bounds, I was supposed to be in the movie, but I came down with the pox, so I couldn't do it anymore. But he was the one that I could call at any time to say, I think I'm liking this acting thing. I think I want to, and it's okay, no go talk now, come. And if I have a script, even if he's not in the movie with me, I like to read with him, because he has a way of pushing you. And he's not a very easy person to deal with when it comes to that. He will push you and get you to that point that he will break you. And he'll tell you, for us to work together, Stella, if we can't make people jealous, we have not started. That's the whole idea. So we didn't mind that, because when we were together and people say, I heard that both of you say, oh, no, my babe, I don't mind, she's my girlfriend. And we will laugh. And we really didn't care, because, it comes with the job.
Back in the days, it was you, Genevieve, Omotola, Rita. When I'll say like the quick, if you think about the biggest actresses around that time, was there any competition between you all back then?
I don't know. People say a lot of things, people create a lot of things, make it seem as if this person is in competition. And I did not experience it myself with any of them. Okay. I never felt for one day that I was in competition with anybody, because we were all different. Our skills, our techniques were different. Yeah. We had roles that worked for us. People wanted to use me for films for certain reasons. People wanted somebody else for certain reasons and all of that. But if there was any competition or bickering, it never used to concern me, because for me, it was never a do or die affair.
Which one of those ladies are you close with now? Or did you keep in touch with any of your colleagues? Or did you just kind of stay away?
My policy is keep everything professional.
Okay.
Keep everything professional. Yeah. When it's time for friendship and family, take it outside.
Okay.
If you have been in the industry as long as I have, you would see that our lives are filled with drama and make-believe. Yeah. And not everybody knows how to separate make-believe from reality. So when you know that about your industry, you know that when we come together and do our make-believe, when it's a rap, it's a rap. Go to your separate places and make your friends and your family from outside. Don't carry that make-believe into your personal life. It will shut you down, and you don't want to go there. So we are all friendly. We see each other at events. We're like sisters. But after all of that, everybody
goes back.
Move on to personal life. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like at the end of the day, when you look back, that you wish you took another route instead of this industry?
Nope. I don't ever live my life and regret anything I do. Everything I have done was a matter of choice. Good choice, bad choice. Good choice, very good. Bad choice, I learned from it, but never regret. So I don't, if I had known, I should have. Nah. I lived my life the way I wanted to live my life. I made my mistakes as a human being. I learned from my mistakes, and that's it.
At the 2014 Gamma Awards, we saw you on the red carpet. So, of course, I got to ask you, what did you think of the show?
Amazing. I have heard from different people, Giyama is the ultimate, Giyama is this guy. I say, what is it? I want to see it for myself. Yeah. And for the first time, I attended an event and I wasn't frustrated at the red carpet because I avoid red carpets a lot. I intentionally attend events very late so that I don't do red carpet because it frustrates me. I sweat, people are pulling me left, right and center. People want to interview me at different places, no coordination, you just go. And then sometimes you're standing there, you don't even know who's coming to you. You don't know whether to walk past them and just go because nobody's stopping you, or you don't know if to wait, and when you wait you look stupid as if you're begging for attention. But this was so well organized that as we're walking in, everybody got a chance on the red carpet, whether they knew you or not. Everybody was interviewed, and it was from one to the other, and I was like, I'm not sweating. What's going on? Because I'd loaded my purse with handkerchief and I didn't have to use it, and I'm like, okay, this is so easy and smooth. And I just did it, went through the different journalists and went into the waiting area, and some people interviewed me, and it was so simple. Next thing, they're taking me backstage, and I'm cool, and I'm seeing people, and I'm laughing, and then I present an award, and I sit down, and everything is moving like clockwork. There was no space that they will look for, okay, what's going to happen now? This person is not here, so what do we do now? I'm like, oh my God. I got backstage, and there were people that had their cue cards. This person knows that this is going on. They lined up all the presenters. Everything was on point, and I'm like, this is organized by a Nigerian. It was amazing. I had fun. The entertainment was well picked up. I'm not saying this because Golden Icon, because they know me and my mouth.
Yeah.
It's not good, it's not good. But I had a blast. Yeah. I'm glad I came.
And we share the same kind of, same kind of vision. We want to see the industry improve and get back to where it used to be. Because right now it's so polluted. I call it a pollution. I don't want to use that word, but I feel like it's so polluted with so many films, and none of them are of good quality. There is no standard. And we feel like if we can create that, where we can have a standard, and not just a standard, but we can also make it in a place where true talent is being rewarded. If we can have that can be a beginning of something greater than what we are doing now.
It's an amazing initiative because apart from the awards, the fact that you're doing your Screen Icon search, we are doing this training, this seminar and all of that, it's a sign that people are going to grow. You're going to have a new crop of talent who will make things different and do things differently, which is very important. And I like to support visions like that. It's part of what I want to do, and I'm glad that Body is doing that, So, I mean, we're all here to do the work.
Please be here. Well. Don't leave us behind. So what should we expect from Miss Stella Damasus 2015?
Plenty. First of all, my music is coming.
Yes.
And then I'm adding another, how do they say, adding a feather to my hat.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to join the league of some intelligent people. Now there's a title that they're going to add to my name.
You're not going to let us know?
No.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be waiting.
No, but when it's ready, you'll be the first to know.
Sure.
Next year is going to be very exciting. We're working on 2 TV series. We're working on a movie. It's a lot. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready. This is what it's about. It's about the work.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Because people will, but you're doing the work, and they're, and your life is moving on. They're still. So 2015, so much more to come.
Thank you so much for giving us that insight. But tell me, what blogs do you actually go on?
Blogs.
Yes, blogs.
Mine.
Yours?
Yes.
What's that?
I read my blog. I don't read gossip blogs. I don't have time for that, honestly. I've been on Bella Niger a couple of times because they always put my Stella Damasus diaries. I have this YouTube thing that I do. But other than that, I don't have time for other blogs because all they do is talk what they don't know. And for me, it's a waste of my time. So some people have accused me of, oh, Stella goes to blogs and she writes some responses as an anonymous person to try to defend herself. I'm like, if only they knew that I don't have time. I don't read gossip. I don't talk gossip. I don't have that energy. So when it comes to blogs, I really don't have the time.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Thank you for
Finally.
also, I know, right? We're done. And also thank you so much for sharing your vast knowledge into this field. I mean, you are amazing. And I can't wait to hear some more from you and work with you some more. And you're just an amazing person. I wish you and Daniel the best, okay?
Thank you.
So you've heard it here from the horse's mouth. The real deal is the real deal.
Yep.
And we know all about the real deal.
Yep.
Right here on Golden Icons. So if you guys have any questions and for more information on this interview, you guys can go ahead and log on to www.goldenicons.com. Once again, my name is Emma Emerson and I'm here with the beautiful Miss Stella Damasus.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.